So get your pen, get your journal, and get ready because we're about to dig for some gold. My name's David A. Stone. I'm an authorpreneur, a gold mining expert, urban farmer, and now I'm a #1 best-selling author of Your Gold Mined Brain Digging Gold Guide. And that's all because of you, my tribe, for rallying behind me, really, and making this #1. So thank you so much, because I have never been a #1 best-selling author before until now. This is the crucial video. This is the one that brings it all together. So make sure you stay to the end. I mean, the truth is that most people didn't make it this far in the series. So the fact that you're here, I just want to say thank you and congratulations. Also, if you're watching this, I know it's probably because you've tried a whole bunch of other stuff and things just haven't worked out. I mean, some stuff may have worked better in the past than other things, but it's just so much stuff overloading your brain, but you're yet to experience that real life change for the better that you've really been desiring this whole time. That's why I developed this course. This course is not for the people who have it all figured out. They don't need this course. This is for the people that are going through some stuff. This is for the people that need to find their gold. This is for the people that are hungry to change, hungry to grow. This is the course for you if you know that you have stuff to learn. Know that you have a lot of growing to do. Know that there must be a better way. You know that life's gotta be more than just about showing up for a job every single day that you don't even really like. But you do it because you're a responsible person. And you know what? You take care of your responsibilities. And I commend that, and that's important. And that's so important, because there's people who count on you, and you need to be there, and you need to be able to provide for them. But you also need to be able to provide for yourself at the same time, which is something that most people neglect. You can't neglect yourself. You're the only one that has to spend 24 hours, 7 days a week with you. So don't neglect yourself. Give yourself at least 1 hour per day of structured alone time. It's important. If you can't give yourself at least 1 hour per day, you gotta evaluate how you're spending your time, because you're worth it. You're worth it. And you're hoping that this course is the one that's really gonna stick, the one that's gonna help you change your life this time. You may have tried every single diet, read every book out there, tried a whole bunch of coaches. You may have even tried therapists or teachers or gotten some mentors, but none of the opportunities that you expected with all this new knowledge are showing up for you. Like, why? Why are all these opportunities not showing up for you when you've just brought in all this awesome new knowledge into your brain? Maybe you feel forced to keep the job that you hate because you need the money, which makes it exceedingly difficult for you to find any focused time to spend on yourself or your dreams or moving your own passions forward. You may even begin to believe that there's no hope at all and just resign to the fact that things are always going to be this way. Or you may be asking yourself why you're so unsatisfied and unsettled, even though on paper it looks like you have everything. Are you secretly screaming, feeling like you're locked in a cage on the inside, but on the outside you seem so put together, like you have everything under control? I mean, in the world today, it can kind of seem like we're forced to stay productive through mental breakdowns. Look, I feel you. I felt the pain of the mask before too, and I was pretty scared to remove it at first. But once I took that mask off and I felt the cool breeze of responsibility and self-initiative hit my face, I felt comforted, peaceful, and energized to make things happen. So the big question is, how am I supposed to translate all of this wisdom and theoretical awesomeness into real life practical application? How do I control and then redesign the direction of my life? How do I make lasting change that's gonna actually improve my life? And then how do I translate all that information into a structured form that's gonna benefit other people and me? I wanna share with you a story that illustrates this pretty well. This is a story about how I entered depression and how I allowed that depression to last for almost 2 years. This is kind of a hard story to tell because it's real. It's me revealing myself. It's me revealing the darkest places that I've been, and it's really hard to describe these dark places sometimes, because when you're in the moment, when you feel them, when you're feeling the chaos, it's very difficult to hear anything outside of that. It's a snowball, it's a cycle. It's a cycle that keeps going. So I hope you get some value out of my story. But this is what happened. I had done some amazing things in my life. And I spent 12 years in the film industry, making movies, making TV shows, making commercials, winning film festivals, doing some fun stuff. And then I got the opportunity to travel to South Africa to work on the movie Samson that just recently went to the theaters. And what I was going to be doing on that movie was I was going to be producing the entire behind the scenes documentary series. I was going to be producing the movie poster, and I was going to be doing all the marketing material and making sure it was all filmed. So I was going to have to build a team down there, make it all happen. Well, I was out in South Africa for 2 months, and wow, what a cool group of people in South Africa. I built a great team. I over-delivered, but also I didn't really want to be there. And this was part of my incongruence. I had taken the job because I was in desperation. I needed some money. I had ran out of the money that I had made from the last job that I did. And so now I needed to take a job. And when the job came, it was an awesome job. I am always up for challenging obstacles. And I went out there and man, it was super challenging. But I thrive in those situations. So I delivered, I over-delivered, I did such a great job. And yet, I had this sense of, what am I doing? Why am I here in South Africa? In fact, on my days off in South Africa was when I started my YouTube channel. So while I was in South Africa working on this movie, on my days off, on the weekends, the weekends, whenever that was, and on my time off, I would go back to my hotel room and I would edit. 2 months before I left for South Africa, I planted my whole food forest at my house at Stonehaven. And this was in February, so I planted everything in February. I got the job in March. I left in April. And I was gone for April and May. And if you know anything about gardens, being gone for springtime is like the worst time to be gone, because that's like one of my favorite times of the garden experience, of the food forest experience, when everything starts coming to life, springing back into life after winter, after being dormant and tired and cold. Now the warmth is coming back and everything's just popping. Well, anyways, I missed spring. I missed spring. I missed all the flowers coming out. I missed all the peaches coming on the tree. And these were just brand new trees I had just planted. So I was really anticipatory of them. But my brother was sending me photos, so I was getting a little bit of dose of that. But I had filmed planting it all, and I hadn't edited it yet. So that's when I was in South Africa. I started editing all the content. It wasn't great. It was basic, but it's just documentation of me filming my food forest. And I started putting those videos out. So that was the one thing that I was doing for myself. That was me mining for my own gold while I had a job to do that I had to deliver at.